Closed captioning of Fishing Saskatchewan has been provided by Great Western Brewing Company. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Fishing Saskatchewan.
This spring we took you to one of Saskatchewan's border waters with Manitoba at Lake of the Prairies to fish for walleye. This winter we're on the opposite side of the province on the Alberta border up at Cold Lake.
And today we'll be targeting lake trout, and I personally have never caught a lake trout, so I'm super excited to get out here and give it a shot. I have some friends up from Regina that will be joining us. We're hoping to travel around the lake and check out a few spots that they have fished in the past. Right on folks, stay tuned, you won't want to miss it.
You're watching Fishing Saskatchewan, brought to you in part by The Fishing Hole, North Sask Farm Equipment, and Alumacraft.
You have a head?
Yeah. There he is. There we go. Fish on. Get his head up the hole here.
That's those lake trout though, hey?
Yeah.
Flapping back and forth.
Oh,
Tough
yeah,
to do
if you
anything
ever
with.
flapping. Yeah. We'll get him up in here.
Oh, almost.
There we go.
Oh, here's a boat.
There you go. You got him, Neil.
I'll try.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
That's a
there
nice
we go.
one. There you go.
First Cold Lake laker.
That's a good way to start, eh?
Yeah. It's the first lake trout I've ever seen out of the ice.
Yeah.
In person. First lake trout ever in person.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Probably a lot of those down there.
Yeah.
Give me a second here.
I think we should be able to get that as our average size today.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. There we go, fish on. We'll tries again. We got him. That's what we like to hear.
Oh, he's slimy.
Got him.
There we go.
It's another one. It was, basically like the first one. He hit it 2 or 3 times. Just started getting a lot of activity on the bottom, and popped him up there. Took me twice to set the hook on him, but we got him.
Oh, that's got some kick.
Yeah, I'm getting lots of marks on the Vexilar in this hole. I got a ton, just constant activity, but it's been a real challenge getting him to take the bait. There he is.
Yeah, you can see him. That's a good one, Smitty. He just doesn't want to let you get the head up.
Oh, nice fatty, eh?
That's a nice one.
Beauty.
Nice work.
Oh, white tube is working.
Oh yeah. That's a beautiful fish,
Oh,
eh?
beauty.
Nice
belly on it.
Nice
What
belly.
are you
thinking 7, 8? That's
Probably
maybe
good 7 pounds, yeah.
what a nice fish.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's just tons of them here too, hey?
Yeah.
They're all over the place, but
The
just
screen is just absolutely littered with them, but I just, it takes a lot of work to talk them into biting.
Well, good
But-
job.
nice work.
Beauty. All right.
Gotta get one of those.
Put her back.
Yeah. You got her?
The tail. Yeah. If you want to drop her head in.
There we go. Beautiful.
Good for live. Thanks, Steve. Good job.
Nice work.
All right.
Go get some more.
Ooh, can't let you get too far ahead of us.
Yeah.
Wonder if that was a hit. No, that's just the weight of the jig. Fish on. Fish on. Oh, Neil's got one too. He's got one. I lost mine.
Boom.
Nice. My
First Laker, eh?
ever.
There you go.
Awesome.
First Laker.
Yeah.
Give him a kiss.
I guess I have to. Oh, you slime it. Thank you.
Ah, beauty,
Right
man.
on.
Good work.
Get her back in there.
Yeah.
Oh, she wants to go. Oh, was that
Hardy
ever
fish,
awesome?
man.
Cool.
All
First
right,
lake
man.
trout ever.
Beauty.
Yeah, it was just thumping the bottom like you said there. And
Yeah.
then he just came in hot and I lifted it off and he's freaking smashed it.
Yeah, it seems to be working pretty good. And that was on the glow tube.
Yeah, the glow tube there.
Same idea
Yeah.
as the white ones.
Yeah, just big profile, hey?
Yeah. Well, and if you watch them drop underwater,
Yeah.
those tentacles don't stop moving. I mean, it's a real good bait for drawing them in.
As we had said before, we're up here at Cold Lake fishing for lake trout. Now, Cold Lake, being a border water with Saskatchewan, means that you can fish this lake with either a Saskatchewan or an Alberta fishing license. So just make sure you have one of those, obviously. You can only keep one lake trout over 75 centimeters. So make sure, if you're gonna keep a lake trout, you measure it, make sure it's fully over that 75 centimeters. You don't want to get caught with a fish that you're not supposed to keep. There aren't a lot of drive-to destinations for lake trout. This is definitely one of them. You gotta try it.
You wouldn't be stupid enough to risk it all on a losing hand. So why risk it all out on the water? Don't gamble with your safety. Be prepared before heading out on the water.
There we go. Yeah, I know. Oh, he's got one.
More aggressive hit than we were seeing yesterday. Oh, it's coming up tail first.
Oh, nice one.
Not a bad fish.
Nice one, hon.
Yeah, look at that.
Got him?
Look at the belly on it.
Just fat.
Just fat. We're gonna let that one go.
And we're fishing on the right side of the lake today.
We are, we're in Saskatchewan. There you go.
Perfect.
There we go.
Oh, Steve's on.
It's a good one, boys.
It's a good one?
Good one.
Boy, Steve, is that the big tube jig again?
Yeah, this is, it hit super aggressive, about 4 feet off the bottom.
Oh, nice.
And it took line right away.
Perfect.
So I don't know exactly what that means until we see him.
Yeah. Oh, there's a leader. Oh, careful, he's right below the ice there.
Okay. Oh, these lake trout fight so good.
He's stuck on the top of the ice. There we go. Oh, easy, easy.
You can just grab the actual tube. There we go. Not bad. Look at that nice fish there. It's beautiful.
What a nice fish.
And that's about the average we've been catching, hey?
Yeah, definitely.
Right in about that 5-6 pound mark.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, we'll get that back so the eyes don't freeze up.
Yep. And I think she's ready to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good job,
buddy.
There we go. That's a really good average. A lot of lakes you'll get that 1.5. Oh, look at that. Gotta like hearing that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Still going. Oh, here, take my drag. There you go.
Got a bit of zing to her.
Yeah, she does. She's a fighter.
So Neil,
Arms get sore.
this is your first lake trout trip.
Yeah,
What do you think so far?
this is unbelievable.
A little different than walleye.
Oh my goodness. This guy is just fighting. He doesn't want to come in.
Just oh god, they just don't want to get up in that hole.
No, I don't want to get the hook caught on the
There you go.
ice.
There you go. Turned him. Nice one, Neil.
Nice.
Fight, hey?
I can't believe how hard that thing fought. I thought that was a 20-pound fish.
Yeah, you take a pike or a walleye that size and it's not doing that.
That's unbelievable.
Lakers are just raw power.
Oh my goodness. Just took some big runs and
About what?
my forearm's sore.
21 inches maybe?
Yeah, it'll be in that 60, 70 centimeter range.
Awesome.
Oh boy, is that fun.
Beauty.
I recommend that to any fisherman. Thank you.
Good stuff.
Fish on. Fish on. They just moved in and saw him come up, drop the jig, he hit it on the drop just because of the profile.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go. Good one, Steve.
You can grab that right by that tube. Nice.
There we go.
Put my gloves on real quick.
What a fun catch too. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
All right.
Awesome. Where's Stevie? Nice job, man.
Hey folks, action slowed down here a little bit this afternoon, so we're going to take a minute, just talk about some of the gear we're using for this particular trip. First and foremost, we've all got our Vexilars. That is our #1 tool out here on the ice. We're fishing anywhere from 25 to 75 feet. It's a really good tool to show you obviously where the fish are in the water column and how they're going to react to certain lures, certain presentations. So never go on the ice without our Vexilars. You want to make sure that, because like I said, we are fishing a little bit deeper water here, that you've got a higher capacity reel. You're going to want a little bit extra line on there. You want to make sure that you've got a rod that's got a fairly sturdy tip on it. Lake trout have extremely hard mouths. To get a good hook set on, you want to make sure that you've got something that's going to be stiff at the end, so when you set that hook, it's really going to have the ability to drive those hooks into the fish's mouth. We've got some real nice setups here from HT, higher capacity reels, and we're using a variety of rods anywhere from 32 to 46 inch, all real sturdy, good backbone, and a nice strong tip on them. If you've ever seen us fish lake trout before, you'll know our favorite bait for fishing lake trout is a big tube jig. This one is a 2.5 ounce 5-inch tube jig. White is a very popular color and it's one of our favorites. It's a great bait. It's a very big profile. When it falls in the water, it flutters out. The trout in clear water can see it from a long way away. Tip it with a piece of sucker belly, minnow, smelt, anything like that, works great. And again, this is what we're primarily using this weekend, and it's not letting us down. Another thing to take into account is when you're fishing an area, and this is our first trip up to Cold Lake, when you're fishing an area that is new to you, it's good to get some local intel. So we've got some friends up here fishing, and they've put us onto some new baits. This one they call a Cold Lake Special. It's essentially the same thing that we're using. It's just a little bit smaller version. This is just a 1 ounce bait, and it's a little bit smaller. The nice thing about it for us is, because Cold Lake is mandatory barbless, these hooks come without the barb. They also have a stinger hook attached, which has been really handy this weekend. We've got quite a few fish on the stinger hook. If the fish short strike, they miss your bait a little bit, having that stinger on there just stuck into the end of your bait doubles your chances of getting the hook sets. So the key thing is, make sure you've got obviously a good sonar. We use the Vexilar. Get yourself a real sturdy rod and reel, extra capacity on the reel to make sure that you've got the line that you need. And then use resources. Call your guide, call your outfitter, people you know in the area. Look on a message boards like fishingsaskatchewan.ca and get the up-to-date information, where the fish are, what they're biting on, and it's going to increase your chances of having a great weekend.
Got him.
There you go. Wow, you really put the feel to him on that one. Got to be a monster.
Nice work, Steve.
Trying to get rid of him.
Oh, no.
We've been having a hard time trying to hook these fish.
Yeah, I know.
And that one, what I did was he chased it up 4 feet, and then I dropped it right to the bottom.
Yeah.
And just slowly twitched it on the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's where he hit it, right off
Picked it
the
up right
bottom.
off the bottom.
So maybe that might be the
Well,
ticket.
and we've had this before too, where the lake trout bite has kind of been a little bit tougher. And one of the things we found that kind of triggers some strikes is trying to keep the bait away from them.
Yeah.
Instead of putting it in front of them and jigging a little bit, when they move towards it, you drop it, raise it, anything to keep it away from them drives them a little bit crazy.
Yeah. Cool.
They sure fight hard for a fish that size.
My
though, eh?
goodness, I thought it was 20 pounds.
Well, and down from 70 feet here too.
Holy.
Nice. Good job, Neil.
Thank you. That was fun.
Boom.
Awesome.
All right.
Hey, that's on my rod. Is that my fish?
We'll take a look at him.
So we've got a warm-up tent, and you were just in here to warm
Sweetie,
up
can I
just a little
squeeze it
bit
on
and
this
drop
side
the
here?
line down.
Tying a new hook on.
Tying a new hook on, dropped her down to test it.
No, this was actually, Neil's was just sitting in here, and I thought, while I'm in here, might as well be down. So I dropped it down to the bottom, and I went back tying my hook. And while I was doing it,
You hooked up?
yeah,
Nice.
Looks like a good one too, hey?
just
Yeah.
used it.
Yeah, we've been starting to get hits on
Pumping
the
down
dead
pretty
stick.
good.
Yeah.
Well, good spot for the tent then.
Yeah. Close here.
Yep. There she comes. Oh no. Yep, there she is. Oh, no.
Boy, got that way down, eh?
Holy, is she slippery. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that's 7/8.
Wow. Nice
Yeah.
work. And just
sitting here.
inhaled it.
Wow.
This is my first time lake trout fishing, and I've been having some problems setting the hook in these fish. Oh! Yep.
Nice. Way to go, Neil.
Oh no!
Spit?
Yeah, you spit it. Got him. Go!
Get him, Neil.
Shoot, you moved away from
Oh. Smitty alluded to a tip that he got from Tom Grunwald, Tom said that in order to set the hook properly in a lake trout, because they have such a bony mouth, you have to set your drag to full so that it almost takes nearly zero drag when you go to set the hook. And once you have that hook set nice and snug into that fish, then you can let off on your drag and fight the fish properly. But ever since I started doing that and keeping my drag nice and tight, I've been landing fish. And before that, when I went to go set the hook, because these lake trout, they hit hard. And every time I go to set that hook, I would just peel off drag and I would lose the fish. So it was a great tip by Smitty, and I wish he would have told me that on day one.
Got her. Oh, there we go. That's not bad.
That's a nice fish.
Got it?
A little bit darker color on that one.
Yeah. The other guys were saying that the ones with the darker bellies and the darker are the actual
Natural fish.
fish of the lake.
Yeah.
So.
I love lake trouts.
Your forearm getting sore yet?
Yeah. When they want to go, they just go.
Oh yeah.
Even the small ones.
I can't believe how hard they fight. They're just unbelievable.
We got to be getting close.
There's our leader.
See, look at that.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, he's tangled. He's wrapped.
Oh, we'll let him go down. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, he's not bad.
He's got a little stinger.
Yeah.
Can you grab him by the
Neil.
That's right. Yeah. Not bad.
You know, like,
Fatty.
but right off the bat, he took like 20 yards of line, just like gone. And a fish that size,
A little darker too.
yeah,
Under the jaw.
a 30-pounder through the ice would be, I don't know, be a little crazy.
Yep. You get her back.
Right on.
Good job, Steve.
Orange fins on that guy too. Hey?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Good job, guys.
Oh, thanks.
Good one.
Good job, Steve.
Good job, Steve. Well, folks, thanks for joining us. We had a wonderful time here on Cold Lake. We fished both the Saskatchewan and Alberta side, and we ended up with some very nice weather here the last day, and it was outstanding. I caught my first lake trout, and it just happened to be one of the biggest ones of the trip.
That's right, and special thanks to Isabel at the Waterfront Harbor Bed and Breakfast. Exceptional accommodations, great food, and right on the shores of the lake.
Absolutely. Until next time, folks, we'll see you on the water.
Fishing Saskatchewan has been brought to you by The Fishing Hole, Norsask Farm Equipment, and Alumacraft.